Harden.
What is up? What is up? Welcome into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. And y'all know who I am. I'm the man. I'm the myth. I'm the sexiest man in Millington, dadgummit. Well, right now, I might not even be the sexiest man in the room. I'm with 3 solid steel and sex appeal. I got a former lineman, 2 current linemen. And, yeah, I'm pretty fired up. So if you're a Memphis fan, I would just like you to do me a quick favor. Make sure if you have to get out of your car soon, you got that Sports 56 app so you can take us anywhere. Folks, you know we're on Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Sports 56 WHBQ. You can hit us up with any questions. You can also hit us up at the First Bank text line at 67129. And definitely also give us a call because we have a beautiful day. On Monday, we do studs and duds. We do hardwood because dadgummit, everybody knows it feels so good. We give picks because everybody wants to get rich out there, baby. And I turn it over at 2 o'clock for a little straight no chaser because I need a little help after the weekend usually.
Yep.
Party a little hard. So I turn it over to my man Gabe, and then he takes over. But we are so blessed, and I'm being dead serious when I say blessed. In studio, we have the big man. That's right. We have Dustin. That's right. Dustin Woodard. Y'all know who Dustin Woodard is, right? That's right, offensive line for the University of Memphis. He's been named to so many, like it's the Outland, the Remington. Am I missing anything? Like what other list are you on this year?
You got it right, just those 2 right now.
Right now, I mean those are the creme de la creme, right?
Oh yeah, great.
So honestly, with Gabe sitting over there, with one of your other teammates, I still don't know if we're allowed to talk about him. I don't know how it's working. With Obinna Eze, with replacing Travion Tate and Kaiser, replacing 134 starts, but having a veteran quarterback, and then having probably, let's just be real, no offense, Gabe, one of the bigger, more athletic lines than y'all have had even in seasons past. Bigger and athletic doesn't always mean better. I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen some big dudes that can't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is, I'm wondering, do you feel any pressure this year with Darrell Henderson, not being in the back, the backfield, Patrick Taylor maybe being the guy. Do you feel any pressure knowing that Brady White's going to have to get the ball out of his hands, quickly? Or are you just one of those young fellas who's like, dude, put the helmet on. Let's get ready to start hitting.
I'm ready for it. Our O-line right now is, we were mentored by really great guys and stuff like Gabe Kuhn, and everybody's just ready. Everybody's
Thanks for the name drop.
Shot.
Nice. So everybody's just kind of ready. Now, are you worried about your position change?
I'm not worried about it. Like I've said before, Coach Norvell's had me in this situation to play center since my freshman year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
you have been actually. This isn't something that kind of came out of the woodwork. No. Like you didn't just move down to center, one of the most important positions on the line. Like, hey, we're going to put you down here. So you've been working with the calls. This is something you've been prepping for.
Yeah, since I've stepped on campus, Coach Norvell's put me at backup center, and I've been listed at backup center on the roster or the depth chart the past few seasons, and I've just been ready for it.
Well, that is awesome. Now, I got to ask you, this year you're going to be snapping the ball and, shooting it back there to a man named Brady White, who actually got another year of eligibility. I'm never going to pretend on this. I'm not ever going to lie to y'all or BS y'all. Again, when people look at the University of Memphis, they have y'all picked to win the American.
Okay.
I mean, y'all know that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are expected to do some great things this year. You got to remember, when Gabe Kuhn came to the university, he came to a university that was ranked like 131st in the country. They were awful. Y'all have actual expectations on y'all's shoulders. This city is believing in y'all. Do you feel that pressure?
I don't feel too pressured about it. We just the kind of guys that put on the helmet and just work, and we believe in the work will make the outcome come for us, and we're ready to see it.
Now, I don't know how many people this will get me in trouble with, but can you tell us anything about Mike Norvell that, nobody else knows? Like something kind of fun, something that, a lot of people will be very surprised. Like when you're out at practice, you wouldn't believe this. Nothing to get you in trouble now. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people see Mike Norvell like this, but you know him as.
I mean, he's a great guy.
Just a great
for
guy.
what you see is what you get. Like he's on every day, comes to practice ready to work, and just a really great guy.
Just
He
a
coaches
really
you.
coaches you. Now, that is that one of the things that Mike Norvell is and y'all's position coaches, because y'all do have a lot of turnover over at the University of Memphis, and that's because y'all have been so successful lately. How is that? Is it because the leadership at the top with Mike Norvell, it just kind of bleeds down, and the coaches that come in to replace, they fall in the line? Is it great senior leadership? I mean, how is it that y'all went from literally join the revolution and never winning a damn game to Fuente to now Norvell to you have an entire city believing that they're going to have one of the best dead-gum football teams in the American Conference, and most people in the country think it's the fourth best conference in the nation?
I think it's just a mix of everything. Like Coach Norvell is a great leader. He passes down his qualities to the other coaches, and our seniors that we have right now are great leaders as well. We just continue to push forward and lead the way.
I dig it. Now, okay, so Mike's doing his thing, and, we got an offensive line with, Dustin. Obina Ezzy's the guy that everybody and their grandmother
Dustin,
knows.
you got to tell us about the new guys, man. Well, how are those guys coming along? What are they looking like?
Yeah.
I got one of them in here with me.
Yeah, I see him. I didn't know. Are we allowed to mention him?
Of course, he's here. He ain't talking, but he's here.
All right. I don't know how this works. Like, so, because I don't want to get in trouble. I love you, Tammy. We've already had.
Well, he ain't talking, so we're good. We got Manny Arona in studio as well. He's just listening. Being a good friend.
Being a good friend, having a lot of fun. But you know that, Bennett Ezzy's going to be out there this year. You know that you got Scotty Dill, who's going to be out there. These are two of the bigger, more athletic tackles in this conference. You're going to be there in the middle calling, the run and the pass blocking and all that stuff. You got Dylan, you got Manuel. You got a pretty athletic offense. And again, it's a very big deadgum offensive line this year that y'all have. A lot of people don't realize how big and athletic it is, especially at the tackle positions. You're starting the season off August 31st against a Southeastern Conference team. Do you in any way feel like when you step on that field, most people I know outside of Memphis and most people maybe up north or out west, when they look, SEC school, American school, they're going to think to themselves, oh man, they're going to be able to push these guys around. I look at, Ole Miss's front seven. I look at your offensive line doesn't have 134 starts like it did last year, but dadgummit, it's got so much athleticism. Is there any fear of facing an SEC opponent in week one?
Honestly, I have no fear. We're ready to work. Like, our guys are hard-nosed, and they've been through practice to where they've seen the other guys like Gabe Kuhn and Roger Joseph, Trayvon Tate. They're not the biggest guys either.
Drew Kaiser.
Like, they're not the biggest guys. Like, they don't fit
necessarily the
test.
mold.
Yeah, we were tiny, man. We were tiny a couple years ago.
But, dude, look at all, and that's the other thing, but look at the production from the backfield. Look at what, the running backs, Darrell Henderson. Look at what the quarterbacks did from Lynch to Riley. Now you have Brady White. Now you got Patrick Taylor. You got, John Pop Williams, DeMonte Coxey. Are these guys, are y'all going to, I know that, unfortunately, the big uglies, let's just be real. I know you're not ugly. You're solid steel and sex appeal, and you're damn pretty. But we call you the big uglies because they get all the love. Mm-hmm. Is that where you feel good? Is that where an offensive lineman gets his love when he sees a John Pop Williams take off for a touchdown or a Brady White get throw a 400 yards for a game or something like that? Or you see Patrick Taylor have, 20 rushes for 150 yards? Is that what kind of motivates y'all?
Oh, no doubt. That's everything. That's what we live for, honestly. We don't really live for all the interviews and everything. If we just see them being successful,
then you know it's you.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to do something to kind of make Gabe Kuhn kind of mad.
All right.
This is what I've always wondered, because we have this Le'Veon Bell situation going on between me and Gabe Kuhn. I say to Gabe Kuhn all the time that Gabe Kuhn, Mr. Le'Veon Bell ran a 4.6 40. He didn't he literally, Darrell Henderson beat him in every single NFL combine thing except for one.
Combine's overrated.
I know what I'm just trying to say. No, I hear what you're saying. Combine's overrated. What I'm just saying is, my man was a second-round pick for a reason, is what I'm just trying to say is his offensive line, and that wide receiver that took the top off and that quarterback who's got a couple Super Bowls, they really helped him, and he was one of the most patient runners, and I'll give Le'Veon Bell. His style was perfect with that offensive line. But I wanted to ask you this. In a hardline salary cap league where if you're making more money than anybody else, you're literally robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like the highest paid players on the team in the NFL, in my opinion, they should be the leaders because one, they're getting more of the person. They're taking money straight out of that dude's pocket. That's just how it is when you have a hard cap league. So Le'Veon Bell, in my opinion, didn't ever give the love that I thought he should to the Steelers' offensive line. He's not ingratiated himself to the New York Jets offensive line. Gabe Soon says that's the most overrated BS in the whole world. I know I didn't play Tigers with Gabe Kuhn, but I do know that I played with one running back who was literally all world that everybody hated. And then we had another guy that was pretty damn good, and he played college ball too, but everybody loved. And you know what? He always got more yards than the guy who was literally all world because it looked like the offensive line was fighting its butt off for him.
Okay,
so,
anyways.
Doesn't the offensive line matter? Like, shouldn't Le'Veon Bell ingratiate himself to his new teammates?
I mean, we don't live for all the just talking about and everything. We don't really care for being called out, being like,
you don't even care.
We don't.
So I am unequivocally, Gabe is 100% right, and I am 100% full of it. Sounds like it.
Well, all I'm saying, my point in this whole thing, Dustin, was as the media and fans, they try to create this thing where it's like there's problems in the locker room because he's not showing up to optional practices and stuff like that. That's not what it is, man. Like when you're a teammate with a guy, you see him doing well, you want him to continue to do well.
Yeah, but you know what? I am going to have some fun and some hardwood because I'm going to bring up some stuff that I think is going to blow y'all's mind. Like, how many of y'all out here today, since I saw Michael Irvin earlier on television, and I was talking about Le'Veon Bell, and we're going to talk about good, bad people in Hall of Fame and Hardwood today. Did you know that he stabbed a teammate in the neck with scissors?
I did not know that.
Y'all don't know about Scissorgate? Yeah, dude. You didn't know that either.
Did he get charges pressed?
Dude, man, there's a guy named Jerry Jones with $1 billion. He had Michael Irvin, number 88, who's like taking them in the Super Bowl. And the guy that he stabbed in the neck was an offensive lineman. So, yeah, Jerry Jones made sure he got six figures and never mentioned this. But the Dallas Morning News found out about this and ran away with it and called it Scissorgate. I guess this was before your time because this was a long time ago.
So, Dustin, I want to hear. You got to talk about some of these new guys coming along.
Yeah,
obviously,
tell us.
There's three big old linemen lost from last year.
Yeah.
Good friends of ours. Tell us about these new guys, how they're coming along, what you feel about them.
First and foremost, I think they will be ready at the end of fall camp. They'd have some good guys to look up to. Like I said, they got Roger and Drew and Tate. Like, they're great guys to follow and watch and see how they work so they could work themselves. But all in all, they're different kind of athletes. They're different players, and I think they're going to be ready. Like, Obina just sat there and just watched for a few years, and I think he's ready.
Okay, I got a question because Gabe told me how he only played, 2 years of high school football. Mm-hmm. From the day he stepped on campus at Memphis to now where he is in practice, how much growth have you seen in him?
Shoot, I think it's like night and day. He grew so much as a person, as a football player. Like,
night and day?
Night and day.
He always looked like a football player. It's just he didn't understand necessarily the game, have the proper footwork, and maybe not have maybe the aggression. I don't know. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm just wondering what it was that changed so much from, is now he nasty? Is he nasty now?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is mentality, and like it's a mental game. You got to be smart, especially playing here at Memphis as offensive lineman. You got to be smart and tough, and just in those qualities, he grew tremendously.
That's great news. Now, I got to go straight over to my man, Scotty Dillon. He's going to be taking up that back. It's the front side for my man, but right tackle is a big, right tackle is a big position, especially at the University of Memphis. A lot of times they went right, took things left and bounced it back right. A lot of runs, a lot of, things going right, bounced it back left. I'm saying, yeah, everything. What I'm just saying, yeah, I'm blowing your mind, Gabe. What I'm saying is but having Scotty Dill out there, this is a guy who it's his senior year. He's got to go out there and lay it all out. Is there any chance that from the right tackle position, is he going to be able to make it to the next level? Is he that type of athlete?
I think he is that type of athlete. He got a lot of reps last year when Roger Joseph went out, and he looked good on the field last year, and he's ready to come and play this year.
Now, when you're doing playing center, who's your backup this year right now? Who's the guy that you're kind of bringing along? Is it
it's Isaac Ellis. Yeah.
So how close to being ready is he? God forbid something happened to maybe an ankle.
I mean, he's been looking good.
He's been looking good.
Yeah, he's a good athlete, and he'll get some playing time this year.
One of the biggest things between SEC teams and Power 5 teams and some of the others are depth. How deep is this year's line? You lost 134 starts from last year, but you look bigger and more athletic. But what about that second unit?
As deep as it ever has been. Like, we have a lot of athletes that could play this year, I think, and in the past we haven't had much depth at all. Like, we'd probably have 6 guys that could somewhat play. Like,
is that where Mike Norvell and like Fuente before him, is that how they changed it? Because we always talk about, the Darrell Hendersons and all the guys who, Paxton Lynch's. But I always say, if you're going to win a game, you got to win it in the trenches.
Oh, exactly.
And that's exactly, I used to go watch them play. When I saw him play Mississippi State, I was like, dude, that little guy's playing defensive tackle for Memphis against that offensive line. He looked like half of one of them. It was kind of, like there was a huge difference. Now I go out there in Memphis from the men standing on the sideline to the 11 on each side of that ball. Whenever I go out there, I look at Memphis and they look like they could line up with anybody in college.
Oh, that's exactly how I feel too. Like, we could line up in front of everybody, just play our game, and we'll see how everything goes.
And Dustin, how crazy is it? And I know this too, but I want to hear from your point of view. How crazy is it from year one with Coach Silverfield, Ryan Silverfield, to where you are now? Because I feel like when he first got there, we had so much learning to do, and now it's to the point where he has sort of a lot of guys sort of on that level and ready to go.
I mean, it's huge. Like you just said, when he first showed up, there's guys that didn't have a clue, and we all had to learn quick, because that offense is not easy. Like, you got to be smart.
You got to be a very smart person. But like as Gabe said, like when you were there and a freshman, you're talking about the few people and Ryan Silver, those 3 years in learning. Like, how much, like how far has the depth gone? I mean, compared to from when you were a freshman.
Oh,
the crazy thing is, with Fuente, obviously I was with Fuente. He never got to be with him. His whole offensive philosophy was KISS, keep it simple, stupid. So it's like when Norvell got there and Silverfield got there, there was like this learning curve because you were asked to do so much more. And then, especially in the run game. And then last year you have a 1,900-yard rusher and 1,100-yard rusher. That's something that 3 years ago you can't even think about happening.
No, not that offense. Y'all, you weren't. Did you remember the Revolution? Do y'all know what I'm even talking about when I say that, like jokingly, the Larry Porter era?
Oh, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all don't even. Oh, I'm so glad y'all don't know about that. Don't ever take it back to there. I do have to say that this offense has become so electric and dynamic. I just want to ask the guy who's going to be ahead. You're the center. You get to make most of the calls down there. It's going to be you and Brady White. Y'all are going to have to be the coaches on the field. Are y'all going to be a team that is more about spreading it out and running the ball, or spreading it out and throwing the ball?
Personally, I like to just run the ball right down the middle.
You just want to run it right down the deadgum middle because you want to crush the guy in front of you.
Yes, sir.
I dig that. Kind of like that. Now, to be honest with you, we know, though, Norvell does like to get those quick little swing passes out to Pops and, DeMonte Coxey and all them. Are you going, like, does that, like, and also the other thing I didn't even ask you, what about your tight ends? Like, are they considered linemen with y'all? Like, do you embrace your tight ends like Joey Magnifico and Sean Dykes, like as guys that come down there and block with you? Or do you look at them as more prima donna offensive linemen that also catch?
No, they could do it all. They could block really well, run, catch the ball really well, and we're just happy to have them because they could do just about anything.
Who's better at what? Let's be honest. Which one? I want to know who's the better runner and who's the better blocker. I mean, who's the better pass catcher and who's the better blocker?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
Oh, I was trying to put you on the
Dustin
spot.
stays in his own lane, man.
I
you
see
gotta
what
understand.
he's good.
Dustin, if you ask a question you don't like, no comment.
Dude, I'm going to tell
Next question, please.
Dude, are you studying law?
No, I should be.
You'd be great at it. No comments, But anyway, I'm very excited. Dustin Woodard, congratulations. I mean, what was it? Outland, Remington. This year is going to be an extremely large year for y'all. I expect y'all to have a lot of wins. I want you to right now tell me, are y'all going to be playing in the championship this year?
Well, that's what I'm seeing right now. Hopefully, we're going to take it
You got that. I know you're taking it one game at a time, but your goal, it's this to be there this year. Is it to close it out?
Oh, for sure. Like,
No more dead gum Mackenzie Milton, man.
Yeah, we've seen the last two, and it's definitely not how we wanted to be. And
You got that taste in your mouth. By the way, when you having those, getting that close, and let's just, Mackenzie Milton was a great football player in this conference. Everybody can flat out give that man the respect that he deserves. His backup came in and played great last year as well. Unfortunately, he got injured as well. Now they got Wimbush doing everything. Central Florida's always been a thorn in your keister. Before I let you go, do y'all believe unequivocally that y'all are better than them this year?
It's hard to say, honestly. Like, we try not to focus on other teams and everything.
Just focusing on yourself.
Focus on ourselves, and we'll see how everything plays.
I dig that, man. And that's the way it has to be, man. You heard it from him. That's the man who's going to be playing center, snapping it to Brady White and going in shotgun.
Hey, Dustin, we need to get your Twitter following up, man. What's your tag? What's your
Dustin Woodard's handle?
What do you call that?
It's the handle,
It's not a-
baby.
it's not a
It's a
screen
handle.
name.
It's a
It's a-
handle. Handle.
Handle, yeah. What's your handle, man?
I can give it to you. It's at Dustin1W.
Yep.
And by the way, there's nothing capitalized. That's kind of a big deal in this Twitter thing.
No
that I found
underscores?
out. There's no underscores. There's nothing. It literally is so simple. It's just at Dustin, 1, the number, and then W. And is that for Win or Woodard?
Both.
I like it for it's Dustin One.
My middle
Win,
name's
baby.
Win.
My middle name is Win, yo. Well, everybody, hey, it was great. I thank you so much for coming in. Last but not least, how big did Travion Tate get screwed over?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, he
No comment.
no comment. You know he did though. I'm gonna put it in his mouth for him. He did. It was some B, you know what. But all you people out there, get ready. We're gonna have an amazing year. The University of Memphis offense is gonna be awesome. Obina Eze, you got Dylan, you got Dustin, you got Scotty, you got who's over there on the other side? I already done forgot.
Man, this is Manny, man. How many times-
Manny, I get Manny.
You and names, man.
Dude, can I just tell you a little secret? There was this time, one day, I got hit in the head at 420. And then we'll talk about what happened afterwards. I think I lost some brain cells. But you know what? I didn't call him Dale all day. Did you know I called him Dale for 3 days?
Really?
Yeah.
First
when
day, Dale.
Dude,
I told him
and-
like 5 times.
Until he texted me, his name was Gabe Kuhn. I looked at him and I go, hey, there's a Gabe Kuhn that played at Memphis. He was like, is this kid joking with me? He's like, I don't know if he's real or not. But anyway, I am real. The University of Memphis is real. Mike Norvell and these boys are ready to get it going. August 31st, be there because it's going down. Hey, Ole Miss
And camp's
fans.
arriving real quick, huh?
Real
Dude. By the way, when do you start?
quick. Check-in days on Thursday.
This Thursday?
Yeah.
Whew, man, stay away from the burger joints.
It always cracks me up when people ask like football players, like, "Are you ready for camp?" And I don't think any football player in the history of history has
Has
ever
ever
been
said,
like, "I am
"Yes,
so hyped
I am
to go
fired."
to fall camp."
Does it take about 2 weeks for you to get the soreness out?
Yeah, just about. Honestly.
Just about,
Like,
really? That's what I kind of
You're
figured.
going all day, every day.
Yeah.
I don't remember it ever leaving when I played. I think the soreness
It just lasted
stayed.
all year. Folks, y'all be good. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. You're listening to Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
Frontier Western Store's world-famous boot showroom is waiting for you. With aisles and aisles of boots in one easy spot, you will find your next favorite pair at Frontier. Everyone loves Ariat boots, and Frontier has over 1,000 pair in that brand alone. Come grab a pair of rugged work boots like the Workhog, or discover an everyday classic in Ariat's Rambler. Tons of other brands as well: Rocky, Dan Post, Red Wing, Durango, Justin, Twisted X, and many more. Frontier constantly restocks and refreshes their lineup of boots, so you're certain to walk out of the store happy in your new comfortable footwear. They have a wide assortment of sizes available for men, women, and children. Work, dress, or play, Frontier's knowledgeable staff will cheerfully help you find the perfect fit. It's boots galore at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, Olive Branch, or on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated, you know it, since 1967.
At First Bank Mortgage, their core purpose is to help you get to a better place. That better place may be a lower monthly payment, that vacation you thought was impossible, or getting into a home with a fenced backyard where your kids can play. To get into your better place, First Bank Mortgage makes decisions right here at home. Dedicated to helping you get to your better place, First Bank Mortgage. Call Daniel Mooney at 901-462-0145 today. NMLS 741022. Equal housing lender. Gun enthusiasts in the Mid-South know all about guns and ammo at 3615 Summer and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven, because they carry the largest selection of both guns and ammo in the area. They are authorized dealers of Colt, Benelli, CZ, Smith & Wesson, Glock, Ruger, Sig Sauer, Vergara, and a lot more. If you or someone you know is looking for something for self-defense, competition, hunting, or just something that goes boom, then get to Guns and Ammo, 3615 Summer in Memphis and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven.
Family Leisure's pool clearance sale is July 8th through the 21st. Above ground pools starting at $11.99. 24-foot pools starting at $17.99. And you can get free upgrades on select pools that include pool filters, liners, and winter covers. Special 12-month financing is available. Plus, half off on toys, floats, and pool games. Summer's just started. There's plenty of time to swim, so make a splash at the Family Leisure Pool Clearance Sale. Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Today, business happens here, and virtually anywhere. Because today, innovative companies are reinventing the way business happens. And they need people who can keep up. With the expertise and technology to get packages to over 150 million delivery points. So, who can help you deliver the future of commerce? The United States Postal Service. See why we deliver more e-commerce packages to homes than anyone at USPS.com/future.
I want to invite you to come by the Spirit Shop. You know, that little log cabin on Poplar, your liquor and wine oasis. The Spirit Shop has been providing sports fans their beverage needs since way back in 1969. So come in now and get ready for the big game. Whether your favorite team wins or loses, the Spirit Shop will help you celebrate or ease that pain away. The Spirit Shop is open every day, and they're located perfectly at 4848 Poplar. That's the corner of Poplar and St. Nick.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Used to date my mom. Man, that would have been so cool. Could you imagine? Be like, yo, what's up? My dad is, y'all know who my dad is? My last name would be Franzioli. That'd be dope, man. What's up? Welcome back in to a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I'm very excited. I had my man Manny in the house. Dustin was up in here. And, of course, Big Gabe Kuhn. So you had Dustin Woodard. You had Manny. You had Gabe. You got CJ, another big fella over there. And one of our lovely Sarah was walking through, one of our sales ladies. I felt so sorry for her. We're out there having a little bit of a talk and some ruckus, and then she came through, and it was kind of dangerous. Bunch of linemen walking around here. You didn't want to be in the hall just a minute ago, but thank you, Sarah. I bring that up because Sherry May, one of her wonderful customers, that's right, you know, Lionel Richie's happening. We'll probably bring her on to talk about what's going on at the Garden. I do have to say, you're going to get your tickets at secondary markets because, yeah, that bad boy is sold out, folks. But we're about to do some studs and duds here in just a second on Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I just wanted to remind you, you can reach Gabe Kuhn at 901-360-8255. That's the First Bank phone line. You can also reach me at the First Bank text line at 67129. And then don't forget to message us at Sports56WHBQ on Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Now, there is so much to go on. I don't even know what to talk about because there literally is that much. Now, do we talk about what's going on in the world, or do we just talk about right now something that's going on? It's crazy. Actually, we're going to talk about it all because we're going to do this wonderful thing. But it's also brought to you by my man, Chad Gatlin. Just remember, MemphisFarmers.com. That's MemphisFarmers.com. go see my man Chad Gatlin. And let's go to Studs and Duds.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Man, how many studs and duds do we have in this world? Well, we have a lot. How about first stud? Do we have to go with Brooks? Of course we do. It was
Hey,
Memphis.
know what I found crazy about this, man? Remember
uh-oh.
my call on Wednesday? Remember
No,
you,
I don't.
You made me give my golf takes. You sort of forced it.
Oh,
Who's
yes,
going
I
to win this
did.
bad boy? And what'd I say?
Brooks.
I said Brooks. And I
You
don't know
did.
anything. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know anything about golf, but it ain't my forte.
Let's
all right?
just say, it ain't your forte. But we do have to say that that was really awesome by Brooks Koepka. And then also our friend, we call him Doug Barron today. What was it? Bart Barron, Dan Barron. What were you calling him on Friday?
I said Doug the first time, and then I said Dave, and then it was a problem.
It was
I
so
think
funny.
it's because I saw Dave Voloshin, so the name Dave was stuck right there.
And then I literally thought it was like his kid or something.
Or I was
realized
just straight up wrong.
You're
I think
talking
that's
about
more
the
what it is.
Senior tour. But yeah, Doug Barron, congratulations. I don't know if people realize he just turned 50 years old. Happy belated birthday, because I think it was last week. And then he goes in there and qualifies for the Senior Open, finishes 5th. OMG, are you kidding me? Congratulations to Doug. And again, a big, big thanks. And then I'm about to go to some duds. I want to give a big thanks to the volunteers. The people out at TPC Southwind this weekend, volunteers, pat yourself on the back. Y'all were awesome. The people working with the media, there's a poor gentleman. His job all weekend was just to sit there and call. He didn't see a golf shot, I think. He was just sitting there under the tree calling in to get the shuttles back and forth. There was just so many wonderful people out there just to make this thing go really, really smooth. And I thought it went smooth. I thought it was wonderful. What a first year. Congratulations to the WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational. It was awesome. And I guess you've heard about what's going on next year, right?
It's going to be at a good time next year,
It's
man.
even better,
Incredible.
yo! That's right. You didn't think it could get any better, did you? Well, guess what? It's going to get a lot better. But before I talk about better, I just found out something about Fortnite that made me almost fall over. So we got the World Golf Championship, right? These guys are splitting a lot of money, right? They're good. Did you hear about this Fortnite thing? I'm giving this thing a dud. And it's going to have to be a dud then given to me because obviously I'm the only person practically left in the world that thinks this is a dud. Do you realize that it was 30 times larger than the $1 million prize given to the U.S. track and field champion in Iowa this weekend? It was more than Brooks Koepka made, first prize check. And the $30 million prize pool was, of course, more than also like the World Cup. It's more than the U.S. Open. It's more than the Master Split.
What made me laugh more than anything is these kids are like 15, 16 years old, so they win like $3 million or $1 million, whatever their prize money is. And then there was like one kid.
The kid that won $3 million's name is Booga.
And then,
okay? Hey, dude,
there was
here's your check, Booga.
The one who won the duos for Fortnite, they asked him, what are you going to do with your $1.5 million? He goes, yeah, I'm probably going to go buy some Balenciaga or some Yeezys. These kids are so young with all this money. It's so interesting, man. I don't know if I can give it a dud, though, John. I like to see anything come along. I'm not against esports. I'm not against video games.
For this. No, I'm not against it. I am a dud for this simple reason. Damn it. That's why I said, remember I gave a dud to myself right after you heard it? Because I'm mad that I didn't come up with this. Like, I saw video games when I was a kid. I watched that show where this kid put this thing on his arm and he became like a Nintendo superhero. Like, why didn't I figure this thing out and know that games were going to get so big? Once Twitter got big, I should have known. Oh, dang, this thing's going to get crazy. But I do have to say, I was listening to Eli and Greg on middays. I think CJ jumped in and was talking about how his cousins were, like, they were playing a game this week. And in between their turns, instead of watching the other person, they're watching videos on how they can get better so when it's their turn again, they play the game better. Like, dude, did you ever watch a video of the game you were about to play so you could play it better? Like, that's how serious this has gotten. And this is where I'm about to...
I need to get you on Fortnite, man. We need to play
I've
a
never
little
played it. I don't have a gaming system, dude.
Hey, you can come to my house.
Okay, that's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, now here's the other thing that I'm going to mess you up because, again, I did play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I played college football, and I played Madden once or twice. But I do have to tell you, this is what messes me up, too. Did you know they're giving scholarships to college for esports. I don't know if you realize this. This is not a joke, people. I am dead serious. There's not one. There are 4 dozen colleges, including not just like little bitty schools. I'm talking about Big Ten teams, like Big Ten schools, Pac-12. There's one in the ACC. We've got scholarships to play video games. Now, this is my question. Do you go to class and, like, is Ninja teaching it? Like, yo, let me teach you how to be better at Fortnite. Like, what are you teaching in the class? Are you teaching a video game? Is it a collective? Here, we're going to practice your thumb. Left, right, up, down, A, B, select, start. Like, I don't understand. What are you going to college? Are you, like, designing the games? And then I looked up and it says no. They're going to prepare themselves to become professional esports players. Now
you can get drafted like the Grizzlies have their Grizzlies gaming going. You get drafted.
But this is where I'm going to come and tell you and all these parents to wake the bleep up. Did you know this? You're 30 times more likely. Pick any team, and this is what I'm saying. Pick any team, 32 team in the NFL.
Bengals.
You're 30 times more likely to pick the team that you're going to play for and actually make it and star for that team than you are to actually winning first place. Do you want to know why? Because there's that many more people just in the United States. You have to realize we got like 50 million people playing football. You have 3 billion people playing Fortnite. Do you see the difference? It's just a numbers game. Literally, you are more likely to pick your dead gum, like, hey, I'm going to grow up and play for this team, and it's going to happen, than you are to become the next Fortnite dead gum champion. That's crazy.
That is wild. But I can't imagine they're giving out scholarships. You know what I mean? First of all, it's probably at a few
48 schools currently right now. I just told you.
But how many kids per school is probably my better question.
Oh, it's like, I think it's only like, the one I saw, I think it had 16
Because I know there's leagues regardless. You can play competitively and earn money. And I'm not saying you earn a whole bunch of money.
Four-man teams.
But
anyway.
It's crazy, though. It is really crazy thinking about where we've come with video games, man. I can't get over it.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I had to bring it up. I listened to Greg and Eli. I didn't know that there was a Fortnite championship going on this weekend. I listened to Middays. I pulled it up on my dude, it popped up like that. I'm like, yo.
And you can only imagine what these dudes are going to spend this money on. They're so young. They don't really know.
Could you imagine if you had $3 million? Oh, by the way, I want to.
At the age of 16.
I want to know. By the way, just so you know, Fortnite paid for the entire thing to happen and put up the $30 million of money. Do you know why? Do you know how much Fortnite made last year alone? $3.1 billion profit. This year, they're going to make even more.
Want to know something crazy about that, too, John? You know the game's free?
Huh?
The game is free, but the add-ons cost money. So you could literally play this game for free, but when you buy suits for your person, you have to spend money.
Okay, so when I played a game, you would go to the store and you would buy it, and you would come home and you would put it in your console. So is that not how it works today?
Nope. You go on the store. You can download it directly to your Xbox. So you can go to your Xbox store. It's free.
Which one's the Xbox?
I don't know how to explain that.
Never mind. Go ahead. Just anyway.
It's not the PlayStation.
That's the only one I know.
It's the one with the X.
Okay. Oh, it's the crazy controller with the one in the middle. I'm like, how do you get your finger all the way over there?
Yeah. But no. I mean, it's free. It's a free game, but the add-ons cost money. So the fact that they made $3.1 billion is absolutely
while
incredible.
You're playing it, you have like a credit card hooked up, and you're like, "Yo, mom, I'm buying
it's like
a shield."
It's like the kids that they want to buy like the suits for their dude.
Oh no,
that's how much money they made on it.
Wow, this is genius.
It's genius, but it's just ridiculous to think you made all your money.
Again, this is why I gave myself a dud, because if I had a hot tub time machine, I'd have gone back in time and I would have told my stupid 16-year-old self to wake up and play these damn games. There's a future in it. By the way, thanks, Dad. Told me there's no future in this.
Oh, gosh.
Get out there. Remember when your parents used to tell you to get outside and play?
Yeah.
Now they tell you to get in your room and work on Fortnite, don't they? Like, is it changed?
Or 2K. Or whatever it may
what's
be.
2K? Is that
2K is the basketball.
NBA 2K. I know that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, this whole Fortnite thing has blown me away. It's a head scratcher. And again, I just want to remind you real quick. The guy who won's name is Booga. Okay? Hey, who won the championship? Oh, our buddy Booga. Dang. And now I want to tell y'all, in honor of Gabe Kuhn, on the other side of the break here. It's not a very long one, so don't you disappear on me. I've got a story to tell, and a few of them, because I found out that Gabe Kuhn doesn't know about Scissorgate. Gabe Kuhn doesn't know very much about Michael Irvin. And I'm going to tell you about a lot of bad things that you probably don't know, Gabe, because I didn't realize. Gabe is big and strong and mature, but he's also, 24? How old are you?
Just turned 24.
24. He's a baby. All you have to do is turn my numbers over in a month or two, and I'll be 42. Shoot me in the head. But I still tell the girls I'm 27, or I used to. That don't even work. I'm married now. I quit. I'm old, but we'll be back, and we're going to talk about some duds. And I got to mention real quick, CJ's on the other side. He'll like some of this. We were talking Fortnite stuff, but I got a lot of duds. One of them has to do, of course, with Michael Irvin, Jerry Jones, and all that stuff. And then I got to tell you, Art Briles. How does this man not get it? Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Spend your lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 Middays, delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Like my hat?
Your hat says meat.
I know, ain't it cool?
It is cool. Where'd you get it?
I thought you'd never ask.
I didn't mean to.
It's just one of the many cool things you could order on Central Barbecue's website, cbqmemphis.com.
You can get a meat hat there?
Or a logo flat bill like all the kids are wearing.
You don't need to be wearing what the kids are wearing.
And tie-dye t-shirts and old school trucker hats and onesies for your baby, all with the Central Barbecue logo on them.
Onesies for your baby?
They got everything at CBQ Memphis, and you can order ribs.
I'll check that out.
We could have matching meat hats.
You'll see the dedication in every single step. You'll see it in the smiles, when smiles are hard to get. You'll see it in the little things that add up to success. The caring and passion are the things that we love best.
Wolf Chase Lemon Brace is your Mid-South provider for orthotics and prosthetics. They are an ABC-accredited facility, and their practitioners are ABC certified. At Wolf Chase Lemon Brace, their services include artificial limbs, legs and arms, braces of all kinds, and custom molded inserts. You can call them today at 901-507-7821 for their location on Highway 64 in between Germantown Parkway and Appling Road, or visit them at their new location in Jackson, Tennessee. That number is 731-660-5900, or visit them on the web at wolfchaselemon.com.
Wolf Chase Lim and Brace.
Today, business happens here, and virtually anywhere. Because today, innovative companies are reinventing the way business happens. And they need people who can keep up, with the expertise and technology to get packages to over 150 million delivery points. So, who can help you deliver the future of commerce? The United States Postal Service. See why we deliver more e-commerce packages to homes than anyone at USPS.com/future.
Hey everybody, the All-Star Chevy Challenge is here. And I'm telling you, if it's a new Chevy you want, Olive Branch is the place to go, people. Take your best written deal from any Mid-South Chevy dealer to our friends at All-Star Chevrolet, and they will beat it. Or they're going to give you a free tank of gas for the win. So now that I got your attention, yes, July is All-Star Challenge month, when you get to let All-Star Chevy beat that deal on any new Chevy or even pre-owned vehicle you want. Just take the official written deal from any other Chevy dealer, not that one your friend wrote down at the bar, and take it to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch. It's that simple. Not only that, they have the best testing ground of any other Chevy dealership, and when you head to All-Star Chevy, you know you got the best deal. So find new roads to All-Star Chevrolet in Olive Branch and take the All-Star Challenge. Not in South Haven, it's gotta be Olive Branch. Or go to allstarautogroup.com right now and be amazed by all the hot new Chevys and pre-owned vehicles they have in stock. Don't miss the All-Star Chevy Challenge. You will thank me later.
And now, the worst commercial ever.
I'm just your average, everyday, hard-working plumber. But when it comes to my business, only the best. Like commercial auto and business insurance through Progressive. They help design a customized insurance solution that gets the job done right. just like me.
An actor trying to sound like a plumber. Excruciating. Whereas commercial auto and business insurance through Progressive is anything but. Visit progressivecommercial.com to quote today. Insurance provided and serviced by Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. It's affiliated and third-party insurers.
Introducing Top Tracer Range, the new ball tracking and gaming system at Golf and Games Family Park. Top Tracer gathers data such as distance, carry, ball speed, and more. Compete against friends in a points game, long drive, and virtual golf at courses such as Pebble Beach and St. Andrews. Golf and Games Family Park is a great setting for group and company outings, golf lessons, or individual practice. Experience fun, friends, family, and introducing Top Tracer Range, the new ball tracking and gaming system at Golf and Games Family Park, 5484 Summer Avenue.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die.
What is up? What is up? I am your sports mixologist, John Harden, on the, well, driving this bad boy is the best man I know, Gabe Kuhn. CJ used to be the best man, but now you get to hear him every morning with my man, Peter Edmiston, of course, followed by Middays, Greg and Eli. Then you got me, and then we go right into, of course, Wolo and Brett for some sports time. So, you know, we're rocking and rolling all day long, all day strong right here. And then, of course, we got all that great stuff with Fox, and it's amazing. But there was a lot of stuff that was going on this week, and there was also an interview that happened this week, and I'm going to talk very little bit about it because I want to get to the Michael Irving stabbing because I didn't know Gabe didn't know about this, and this is just great for me. But I do want to ask, why is it, one, that the Houston Chronicle is interviewed? Look, David Barron, good job with your interview. I understand he is click-worthy possibly, and it's always about making money. But then again, is it worth giving a disgraced former football player an opportunity to own up to his mistakes, which one, he did not do, and basically just went out there and tried to, like, say he was exonerated and all he wants to do is coach football. That's all I'm concerned with. That's all I've ever done. I just want to coach football. It doesn't matter at what level. Football is football. Again, you oversaw dozens of people who committed rape, sexual assault allegations, and you want to point to one player who was exonerated? One. But what about all the others? Again, you're the most tone-deaf moron I know on planet Earth, and it breaks my heart that you just want to keep coming out here and say that you make people's lives better and you have a bigger impact in this world because of the way you've shaped young people's lives. I got a lot of ladies right now that would definitely disagree with what you said, and I think it's a damn shame that I hate to say it, but shame on you, actually, Houston Chronicle, for giving him a platform to come out there and just lie to the world, because that was flat out BS, and I didn't appreciate watching it on Sunday, and I just got to give my one salute. What's up? Don't like the man, never will. Get out of coaching and disappear before you ruin your kid's life as well. Because
Gorgeously put.
That's what I was going to say. He's going to, by the way, end up screwing up his son's life as well if he keeps coming out and do this. Don't you think?
I can't believe that you would have a guy at the college level do something so heinous and cover up for it, and then you hire him as a high school coach. I will never understand that way of thinking.
I will not either.
And I guess it's maybe just because it'll bring some
When we
looks to
put
your school,
winning-
looks to your high school, but like that's just embarrassing that you have to do that.
Oh, CJ, get back in here. I put this on the other day. When we put winning and things over people and other things, I did a good tweet, I thought, the other day, then we really are lost. But Michael Irvin, I got to tell you something. How do you not know about this? It was the year 1998. And Everett, an offensive lineman sitting in the barber chair. Now, this is like the 4th or 5th year he's been in the NFL, so he don't feel like he's a rookie, right? And Mike comes in, Mike Irvin. I call him Michael Irvin. I had a G a lot. But Mike Irvin, I still hate the Irvin. Michael Irvin comes in, and you know what he says? Rookie, get your punk effing blank out of my chair. Now, McClever says, I've been in the league 5 years already. He looks over at another offensive lineman and says, is this guy effing kidding me? He said, I ain't no effing rookie. He can't tell me what to do. To which then the other guy says, damn right. So guess what he does? He gets up out of the barber chair and he shoves number 88. And then he sits back down into the chair. Big mistake. Don't ever turn your back on Michael Irvin. Because you know what he did? He grabbed the scissors and stabbed him in the damn neck and missed his carotid artery, they say, by an inch. Could have killed the man. You think I'm joking, right? Go look it up, dude.
You think there was some type of drug involved in this whole situation?
Oh, like maybe some cocaine?
Maybe.
I don't know. In fact, I think today I should come out with maybe the top 25 athletes who did a cocaine not 25. Let's just do the top 5. But I can think of 25 athletes. Like, heck, I can go back. How many people remember when Charles Barkley threw that dude out through the storm glass window? You remember that in the bar? I told you, he said he wasn't being a role model. I'm just saying, I know a lot of athletes who've done some crazy stuff. I can tell you, Gabe, you were just too young to remember all this stuff.
Surely, man, I am.
I think I'm going to have fun during Hardwood. I'm going to tell you all the stuff you missed in the 90s and 80s. And let's remember, if we're talking about the late 80s, we're talking about the late 70s, the 80s, and the early 90s, we're talking about some cocaine, enraged people. And by the way, I also got to tell you about the wildest team in the whole world, not the 86 Mets either. So whatever y'all do, don't look at that, don't think about touch it, and always remember MemphisFarmers.com. We'll be right back. Sports 56, 96.1, and of course, 87.7 FM.
Looking for a great place to deposit your money? Try First Bank. Competitive CD rates, a money market that moves with Wall Street prime and interest-bearing checking account options. Not to mention their friendly bankers who make decisions locally. To find out more, stop by one of First Bank's 3 local branches. 6482 Poplar Avenue, just east of International Paper. 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase. And 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or visit firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC.
Sundays and Mondays are special at the Butcher Shop, celebrating over 35 years of serving the Mid-South by giving a big thank you to you, their loyal customers. You can come in, relax, watch your favorite games, and enjoy hand-cut steaks along with a premium bar. Sunday and Monday nights from 5 until 8:30, you can get select entrees for $25. That includes a salad, baked potato, and bread, and you don't have to pick one, you get all 3. Some of those entrees are 10-ounce New York strip steak, slow roasted prime rib, Atlantic salmon with dill sauce, marinated grilled chicken breast, grilled boneless pork chops, and crab stuffed shrimp. Plus, all appetizers and desserts are 20% off. Don't forget, Hamburger Friday every Friday from 11 to 2. It's the best. The Butcher Shop, always a Memphis tradition. Call 901-757-4244, 901-757-4244 for more information, or just stop in at 107 South Germantown Parkway in Cordova.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Did you know Davis Motorhome Mart is one of the top 10 Tiffin dealers in the U.S.? Come tour the 7.5 acres of beautiful travel trailers, motorhomes, fifth wheels, and toy hauler towables half-tons. Motorhomes from 27 feet up to 45 feet from brands like Winnebago, Coachman, Puma, Highland Ridge, and Tiffin. Take advantage of Davis Motorhome Mart's big blowout sale on 2019s and 2020s on their way. Stop by your gateway to travel freedom. Davis Motorhome Mart at 1145 East Brooks Road in Memphis. Call 901-332-3414 and cruise by the website davismotorhomes.com. AC trouble? Make your first call your last call. Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60, and 24-hour emergency service is billed at normal rates. Your comfort is their highest priority. Contact airdoctorsofmemphis.com or call 901-598-HVAC.
Looking good and feeling good? You've been to Roosters Men's Grooming, the all-American classic barbershop. Whether boy or man, sportster or professional, when service matters, Roosters is the choice for all gentlemen. Roosters Men's Grooming offers a full-service shave, precision haircuts, and more, all with top-of-the-line products and a truly professional atmosphere. They even remember your name and offer you a beer. When looking good and feeling good matters, relax and unwind at Roosters Men's Grooming, Paragon Place, 6300 Poplar.
We are Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 87.7 FM, as well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Alexa or Google to play Sports 56. If it's happening in the world of sports, we've got it covered. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
If you like pina coladas.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen. And now?
Now, the only man to ever win the World Series of Poker with a Scrabble board, Johnny Harden.
What is up? What is up? Welcome into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I hope you're having a beautiful Monday, people. I know I'm absolutely having a wonderful day. Even though I got a ticket, which is annoying. 46 and a 35, 6 over. Is that really speeding? Are you blanking kidding?
That was a bad one, man. And you said you were coming off the freeway.
Coming off the freeway. I don't know how it is that I can go from 55 to 35. And by the way, I was at 35 by the time I got to where 35 is. And just curious, this will help me out. 67129. I thought it was illegal for police officers to set up in a place of business. Like, I thought you had to be on a normal street.
You have to get permission.
Well, so I'm going to go ask the dude who I buy food from every day. And also, we had to do advertising.
Also,
did that cop have permission to do radar from where you work?
I have a probably bigger question in the fact that, did he just give it to you because it's the end of the month and he needed to?
It sounds like it. 46. Dude, I go literally, dude, you're 41? I go, so I went from 55, I'm going to 41. And then I said to him, and he got mad. I go, so when you didn't see the dude who passed me going like 70? Why didn't you pull him over? Just anyway, again, the officer was very, very kind. But you know what? I got to now go to court. If I get found guilty, it's like a $256 ticket. I don't have that kind of money. I ain't rich.
When you're only going 5 over or 6 over, is 41 and 35, right?
Correct. Oh, coming off the interstate at Riverside in Carolina.
That's a dismiss right there.
So then would I have to pay court costs
as long as you show up to court, it should just get expunged.
I hope so.
Theoretically. I mean, I'm not smart on these things. I don't get a lot of tickets, but
by the way,
I know when it's just a few over, you should be good.
Just curious, and I know you don't know me that well. When have I ever not left the house before 7:30? Like, ever? I work all day, every day. Like, I don't know how. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Sorry about talking about my stuff. I don't even know how I got on it. I was just saying about something, who knows? Well, we're about to turn this thing over to Straight No Chaser. Oh, yeah. Good thing I had my auto insurance. MemphisFarmers.com. You call my man Chad Guyland, guess what? You're good to go, baby. And by the way, that somebody did text me. That's not true. They don't have to have permission. It is legal. I want to look into that because a person who is a police officer in my building told me that they couldn't. So why would they say that? Like, I don't think we're going to have to find out a little bit more about this. But again, I'm not saying the cop wasn't rude. Cop wasn't wrong. Well, I mean, he was wrong because, again, how are you going to give somebody a ticket 41 before 35? Again, I call it BS, and I don't know how I got on it. But, again, I want to know. I don't think you can just set up in a gas station and ticket people coming off the interstate to Riverside. And if you're going 41 before the 35, how you're actually going to give that dude a ticket makes me want to cry. Anyway, we are going to have the greatest hardwood in the history of the world, just like we had the greatest weekend in FedEx St. Jude history. Now, you can go back to the Classic, or what we just witnessed was the Invitational, and it was history. Brooks Koepka beat Rory. This weekend was flat out awesome. Let's just be real. The WGC is on fire, and now the WGC is going to be even better because the dates for next year are going to be even better. It's unbelievable. I'm fired up. I can't believe all this stuff is going down, and it is going down for real. Gabe saw it for himself last week. I saw it. It was his first time ever going out there. He doesn't understand how much has changed. This event was as big time. I don't think we've ever had a bigger event, including the Mike Tyson fight. I think this was the biggest event Memphis has ever hosted in its history. Tell me if you agree or not. 67129 is the text line. I truly, truly, truly believe that it was out of control. And again, congratulations to my man, Doug Barron, for going out there and doing his thing. Bernard Longer did win the Senior British Open, but my man, Doug, went out there. He made it. He had to qualify. And then dude goes out there and competes all weekend and finishes 5th. Congratulations. Now, before I turn this over and we do a little Straight No Chaser, I will tell you some of the things that we will be talking about in Hardwood. I'm going to talk a lot about things that I just learned that Gabe did not know. One was he did not know that Michael Irvin stabbed a teammate in the neck. Yeah, no joke. And of course, yeah, we all know about what happened to him. He also probably doesn't know that Charles Barkley, I remember this very, very vividly. He always told us, and when I was growing up, we always remember, he said, I ain't no role model. And when he was 20, he threw a man out a plate glass window in a bar. And when the cops showed up, Barkley is famously quoted for saying to the cops, for all I give a damn, I hope he lays there and dies. Again, now we also have other things that I need to bring up, like Oscar De La Hoya. And also, how about Rick Pitino, who got a woman pregnant in a restaurant and then paid for her to have an abortion and then continued to coach for many, many years. Or how about Dennis Rodman? There's so much crazy behavior I could talk about him. It would take out a whole day. But this all came up because the four-letter network, ESPN, always has been saying lately how they aren't going to put bad people on, or they are working to this new standard. They won't talk politics, blah, blah, blah. And they banned my man, LeVar Ball, right? they're like, he's too bad. And then I just happened to be flipping the channels. I'm over at the University of Memphis today. I flip one and I go, who's that yelling and standing up on that show? Oh, that looks like Mike. Mike's yelling at Stephen A. Smith. I wonder what they're talking about. And then I kind of looked over at somebody. I said, hey, didn't they say they were taking like this moral high ground and only bringing in good people or something? Because if I remember correctly, did he not almost kill a dude by sticking a pair of scissors in his neck and missed his carotid artery by an inch? Oh, yeah, that's right. Or what about his drug issues? He stabbed a teammate. He's been, okay, now they've been settled out of court, but he's been 4 different, I hate even talking about these because the dude's been settled out of court, but we know what was settled out of court. He also had one settled out of court recently, and now it looks like Jungle Nuns is in the house. Everybody down in Tunica knows him. We're now on 96.1, and it looks like Nunzio is called. Nunzio, how's life?
Hey, man, it's great, Big John. I turned in to 96.1 Tunica's FM. I was picking you up out of my AM station, but when you said put her on FM 96.1, you're coming in clear. Super, super reception whatsoever.
Dude, I love you, Nunzio. I think we're going to tear it up this week. You ready to rock and fire down there?
Yeah, I'm ready to roll. Well, last week when I talked to you, we had 2 games we gave out to everybody, and you agreed with me, and we both hit the games. Now we have a short card today. There's only 7 games going, Johnny, and I have only 2 picks, but I think I love some money.
Let's do it. Let's hear Nunzio. My man, we don't play games. Nunzio's a real deal Holyfield gambler. What you got, Nunzio?
Okay. Well, since these lines are so high on the ball games, the money lines, we cannot just play minus 220 a game. We'll say like Cincinnati's minus 205. Mm-hmm. That's way too much money on the game. And then the Los Angeles Angels are like minus 260.
I was going to say, yeah, I got them at 270 right now versus the Tigers.
All right, but what we do, Johnny Radio, is that we play a 3-game parlay today. And we play Cincinnati, Kansas City, and Los Angeles Angels on a 3-game parlay. And that's going to bring us home some money, and we don't have to lay that big juice that you would normally have to put on Cincinnati and L.A. So that's the first winner right there. Cincinnati, Kansas City, and the Los Angeles Angels tonight. And now for a pretty good play, when I ran it through my computer simulation, now that was Cincinnati, but I'm not going to do that. Kansas City is about a 65% chance to win that game tonight over Toronto. So we've got Kansas City is going to be a minus 30. So what I would do would play a 3-game parlay, Cincinnati, Kansas City, and Los Angeles Angels, and just play Kansans City straight up.
I like it.
Minus 130, and then we can walk out of the casino at Fitzgerald's tonight being 2-0. We don't have to play the end play. We don't have to do anything. We can sit back, and then we can have a good meal on the casinos tonight.
Nunzio, I'll see you down there, my man.
Well, if I can get my washer broke on me last night, and so I've got the washer, the repairman coming over.
He does have that. That's the truth. And I joke around, and you know what somebody meanly said? It wasn't me. He said, I can't. Can I say this on the radio in 2019?
What is?
Do you remember when What's His Day said, what do you mean, your washer? Is your wife okay? You remember that, Nunzio. But anyway, we probably can't say that tonight, 2019. But I do know one thing. Comedy's comedy, and you have to admit that was pretty funny. Nunzio's a really nice guy. He's always down at the Fitz. He listens to the show, obviously, a lot. And he gets the plays from Inside One, and he likes to lock and load and fire. Now, I've been talking way too dead gum long. Can I please give this thing over to Gabe Kuhn? Straight no chaser, please.
Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
What do we think, man? Is Trevor Bauer somebody you would like to have on your team?
Whoa. Hold on.
Trevor
what now?
Bauer of the Cleveland Indians. Would you like to have him on your team?
Okay. This is a very interesting comment because I'm sure you're going to have to say that he threw the ball over center field. Can I ring up one thing? I'm going to tell you. What he did yesterday is such a microcosm of who Trevor Bauer is. He might be one of the most, I guess we call weird people when they have money eccentric. Isn't that right? Since he's rich because he's a pro baseball player, we'll call him eccentric. He might be one of the most eccentric lunatics on planet Earth that happens to throw a baseball pretty damn hard. He threw the ball over center field. He has apologized for it. We know he's different. He loves playing with drones.
He's done things like this in the past.
Like messed with drones, cut himself in the playoffs, fights with teammates, loves to go on Twitter and argue with people, makes these stupid videos. So if the question is, do I want him on my team, Gabe? The answer is, honestly, hell no.
See, I thought you were going to go in a different direction. He's a good pitcher. He can pitch.
I am one of those guys that I'm the best team I ever played for wasn't the most talented. The team that won state was by far not even close to as good as the team my freshman, sophomore, or senior year. But you know what? We all liked each other. We all got along, and we all played for one goal. And it's amazing what a team can do when they play for the man behind them and the man next to them, and they play for each other. But when you have a bunch of individuals, it's hard to play a team game.
And I know he's probably freaking out because of the trade deadline approaching, and it's almost written in that he's going to be moved at some point here. Somebody's going to want him a contender. But I'm sorry, that was embarrassing last night.
It was embarrassing.
That's super. Like, no one does that.
He threw the ball over center field.
And he got rocked. Let's just put it as nice. He got 9 hits, 7 earned runs.
7 earned runs.
Like, come on, man. You can't get that mad. I mean, I know you're mad. I know you're a competitor, but you don't throw the ball when your manager comes out to get you, especially when it's Franco. I mean, there's certain things you just don't act like a child.
By the way,
don't act like a child.
Can I ask you something? Have you seen Terry Francona ever that mad?
No.
I've never in all my life.
He said, "What the F is wrong with you?"
Dude, I will tell you one thing. I know that caught his attention because that's not Terry Francona's persona. And when they went down in the dugout and you noticed they came out at different times and Trevor went and sat down
he heard
by
it.
himself.
He heard it all.
Oh, you could tell Trevor Bauer was like, I don't know if I've ever stepped in it that bad because I think basically we unequivocally know. And by the way, if you didn't know, Wednesday's the trade deadline, people. I can't believe I haven't even mentioned that. I think Mad Bum's going to be moved. I think a lot of stuff is going to happen between now and Wednesday, but I think Trevor Bauer unequivocally screwed Cleveland, screwed Terry Francona because he knew he was going to trade him and try to get something for him.
I got to imagine.
And now he doesn't know if he can.
I think they still could move him. I really do. I mean, just based off talent and who he is.
You know who needs him? It's the damn Yankees. They
Cardinals
need him badly.
could use him too.
Nobody needs him like the Yankees. The Yankees just got proven. They got bats, they got bullpens, but they ain't got a starter that can save their damn life.
This next one, you can go so many different directions. I want to hear it. What is the worst tattoo you've ever seen?
The worst tattoo I've ever seen?
Worst tattoo.
Drew Barrett's Spring Break 1997 or something. It wasn't even like Florida. It was
Spring
like
Break,
Mobile,
Panama,
Alabama or something, dude. That was the worst I'd ever seen.
That's the worst you've ever seen.
Well, no, okay. Actually,
you're talking about in person.
I was
I'm
talking
talking
about in
anywhere.
person.
You could have seen it on a
TV.
social media platform, on TV.
Oh, very simple. There's some dude in Scotland who literally cut off his ears and had his face completely tattooed the color of like a parrot's feather. Like he wants to be a parrot. So he looks like a parrot. Like doesn't have ears like parrots don't have ears.
And then there's like
had
the
his
cat
nose
man
done where it looks like a beak.
You seen the cat man?
I haven't
where
seen
it's
the
like,
cat man
He's
yet.
got like whiskers.
Oh,
It's really, really weird. But you
Worst
want to know
I've
where
ever
I'm going
seen
with
is
this?
Birdman. I know what it has to do because I listen all day long, all day long, all day strong. And Greg and Eli talked about that lunatic Steeler fan.
Oh, you got it
Juju
right on the head.
Smith-Schuster,
Right on the
baby.
head.
I have to say this, by the way. Juju Smith-Schuster did what he was supposed to, The dude did get season tickets, correct?
Yes, that's what Juju said. He said if you tattoo my signature on your head,
Season
you get
tickets.
season tickets.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
I don't think that's worth season tickets. I wouldn't. I mean, I get you're a super fan, but on your head,
homie, this dude.
Come on,
did you
dude.
see his head in the beginning? He had a whole Steelers tattoo.
Oh, it
already
looks
on
like he's tatted already.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that, but like an autograph, no one's gonna know what that is. Like, that's not even I don't know. That's not even a good story. There's nothing to it.
Nope. In my opinion, you are unequivocally correct. I agree. It was absolutely just stupid. But you know what you brought up though? You brought up Juju Smith-Schuster, and I'm going to steal the show for just 1 second. Give it back to you. I'm going to ask you a question. Antonio Brown, unbelievable player, right? Great player. Le'Veon Bell's been a great player. They never ever got a championship when they were with Big Ben together and everything. And Antonio Brown, everybody says, is just the greatest wide receiver, and I think he's one of the greatest of all time. But I'm going to ask you, who do you think had a better, who had a better start to their career, Juju Smith-Schuster or Antonio Brown?
Juju, not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah, because Juju was a high pick. Antonio had correct me if I'm wrong, but it took him a couple years to get where he was at.
No, it did. You were exactly right.
So Juju came in just absolutely balling. I don't know if he led the league in receptions, but he was right up there last year.
Last year, my man Juju, guess what he just did? Also something Antonio Brown doesn't do very often. 16 games, caught 111 balls, 1,426 yards, 7 touchdowns. And yeah, he even had one that was 97 yards long. My man is bad to the bone. Juju, you ain't playing no games.
All right, John, you're going to dig this last one. You ready?
I'm ready. By the way, I just wanted to say in the second year, my man Antonio Brown had 69 receptions for 1,108 yards and 2 touchdowns. Juju, just remember Juju.
What is like the most embarrassing insurance you've seen? Like, there's insurance policies for like the world end, for like everything like that. Give me a you know any of them? Like, you know how like there's like I don't know, doomsday insurance and stuff like that. What's the most ridiculous insurance policy you've ever seen?
The player insurance a few years ago. Do y'all remember that? Who was the Alabama running back or football player who they tried to open up a business where you could take futures out on players, and he like dropped like $10 million in on it, and of course the company folded? Who was that? Do you remember that at all?
I really don't.
Oh, man.
I can't think of it right now. I mean, I've seen some bad things like that in the past. I don't know the exact one you're talking about.
That was the worst.
You need a chaser for this.
I need a chaser badly.
I mean, certainly you need a chaser. So there's like 6,000 people out here.
Go ahead.
And there's a insurance company in Florida, in Altamonte Springs, Florida, to be exact. It's called the St. Lawrence Agency. And they're taking out alien abduction policies.
What?
6,000 people have done so, and each policy is equivalent to $9.7 million in compensation. There's a one-off fee of $24.95. I'm giving you guys all the numbers in case you are thinking you're about to get abducted by aliens anytime soon. And it's a 10 to 20 million year period. So, like, if you take this out, this will pass down to your family's family and their family's family. And I'm not saying, that aliens aren't real, but I'm saying an alien abduction policy has got to be the worst thing I've ever. I mean, that's the most embarrassing insurance policy I've ever heard of.
It's going to be the hardest to prove. Like, we can't even agree if aliens are real. So how the hell are you going to prove you
don't agree that aliens are real?
No.
Come on now.
Saying,
I know they're real.
What I'm saying is, you can turn it on any channel. You can have any experts, or you can talk to anybody. You're going to have people who argue this situation. Now, what my question is, on an insurance policy, you have to prove that there was something that happened. Now, this is where I'm coming up. How the hell you going to prove you got abducted? That's what I don't understand. The insurance policy, when I wrecked my car, I had to take pictures of my car and send it in. They saw my car was wrecked. They said, oh, damn, he wrecked his car. You know what? We better pay this policy. Now,
unless
am I
you
going
bring
to send him a picture?
You have to bring the alien with you to prove
What if you told him you were anally probed? How are they going to check that?
This is it's been probably 4 weeks, and you've brought up anal probes twice, okay? I think
I'm
that
scared.
I think that constitutes as too many times bringing up anal probes.
I just know that's the insurance I would get.
Oh my gosh, but yeah, are you getting it anytime soon?
No, I will not be getting that.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane. That is kind of actually.
And obviously this comes in the Area 51, people are trying to rush it, so this dude took advantage of it and put it on that forum on Facebook. And that's how he got 6,000 people to take out these insurance policies. Crazy, crazy stuff, man. That's all we got today.
Now, in all honesty, do you think they're going to make money? Like, because
wait, who? The insurance company?
Yeah,
Oh,
like, do you
certainly.
think-
Yeah.
Is
This
this
is a one-way.
legal?
This is a hardcore one-way deal here.
Like, I'm just saying, is this
It might-
even
no, it
legal
is.
to
It's
do?
legal. It's legal from what I'm reading here.
Dang,
Completely
man.
legal. They
Boy.
understand the terms and conditions, and this was said by St. Lawrence, the guy who owns the firm.
Well, then I want to insure.
He said, "I don't want." This is a
who
direct
are worried
quote.
about losing their mind.
Direct quote. I don't want to try to rip somebody off. The people that come to me, if I think they don't understand the terms and conditions, that this is tongue in cheek, I won't sell it to them. So this guy says his clients know what they want and they get it.
Okay. Well, I just want to remind you. Can you take out an insurance policy then for all those people who are scared? Like, like one of the largest thing other than CBD oil is these new drugs. Like CBD oil is going crazy. Like they expect it to be a $22 billion industry in like 2 years. That's crazy. They didn't even know what it was 5 years ago. Another one that's going is not 22 billions, but there's these things called, like, people are taking stuff to make their brain, like, so they're smarter or they won't get dementia, or, you know what I'm talking about? Have you heard of those
You ever
things?
seen Limitless?
I've seen the show, yeah.
Yeah, where they take like
Like
the
that
pill and
pet
it's
pill.
like,
Well, now there's this thing like Nexus, or you can go to GNC and they got brain pills to like keep you smart, I'm being dead serious. This is no joke. Like, used to be Ginkgo back in the day when I was growing up. Now there's a bunch of them. But anyway, the reason I brought up all this stuff is, can I not open up an insurance policy if people are so worried about losing their mind, where you pay me a small premium, and if you lose your mind, I'll pay you out? Because if you lose your mind, how the hell are you going to collect? Because you lost your mind, you're going to forget who you had your policy with.
I think all these people that took out these policies for the alien abduction would fall under losing their mind.
That's it. Look,
So I think
I
you
think
would
I
make.
should
I think
open
you
this
could
up.
do it, man.
Just had to make sure it was legal.
Just make sure they abide by the terms and conditions.
Man, that's unbelievable. Don't forget to get your Central Barbecue on. It's Monday. I know you're tired of cooking. I know you're worn out from walking the golf course. The WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational was no joke. Brooks did it. If you are out there all 4 days, you are worn out, I'm sure. So just stop by Central Barbecue. CBQMemphis.com. That's right. You can go over by there and even ship it if you want to. Hey, you want to give Brooks some Memphis and say congratulations for the win? Or if you want to say, sorry, Rory, you lost, go to CBQMemphis.com and ship that beautiful barbecue anywhere in the world. But when you're here in Memphis, you get to stop in any of their amazing 4 locations, the new Bad Boy on Poplar, the original on Central. Don't forget the Bad Boy on Summer. And of course, you know about downtown, right behind the Civil Rights Museum, the one I always frequent. Whatever y'all do, stop by Central Barbecue because it's simply the best. Now, we'll be right back with a little Hardwood, and boy, we are going to have some fun. You thought Michael Irvin was crazy? Wait till you listen to my Hardwood stories. This is Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Sports Time with Warlow and Stats. Every weekday afternoon from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Hi, this is Troy Five Ash, owner of Five Ash Roofing. It's an exciting time to be a Memphis Tiger fan, and we at Five Ash Roofing have decided to share our excitement. We are proud members of the Tigers home team, which means we sponsor the Tigers athletic department, and we're also season ticket holders to both the football and basketball programs. We will be giving away 2 and sometimes 4 tickets to most of the games this coming year. To have a chance at winning the tickets, find our Facebook page, like, and share our post. The more you share, the more chances you have to win. We also want to give away some tickets to those who wouldn't otherwise get a chance to go. So, you can go to memphisroofer.com or 5ash.com and send us a note why you or someone you know should get the tickets. And as always, 5Ash Roofing is fair, honest, and ethical. We're experts in all forms of roofing for both residential and commercial buildings. 5Ash Roofing, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levy Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test-driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales. Gun enthusiasts in the Mid-South know all about guns and ammo at 3615 Summer and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven, because they carry the largest selection of both guns and ammo in the area. They are authorized dealers of Colt, Benelli, CZ, Smith & Wesson, Glock, Ruger, Sig Sauer, Vergara, and a lot more. If you or someone you know is looking for something for self-defense, competition, hunting, or just something that goes boom, then get to Guns and Ammo, 3615 Summer in Memphis and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven.
The 2020 Nissan Rogue has tech that helps protect you from threats in every direction. Whether it's this bike on your left, this truck on your right, or using rear cross traffic alert to help you see this convertible behind you, whose driver doesn't see you backing up because he's retracting his roof. Fancy. This is protection in a world of distraction. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Dramatization, do not attempt. Rear cross traffic alert may not detect all vehicles. See owner's manual for safety information.
Today, business happens here, and virtually anywhere. Because today, innovative companies are reinventing the way business happens. And they need people who can keep up, with the expertise and technology to get packages to over 150 million delivery points. So, who can help you deliver the future of commerce? The United States Postal Service. See why we deliver more e-commerce packages to homes than anyone at USPS.com/future.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Let's go! On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Many a hand has scaled the grand old face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy Ghost and talk show hosts are planted in the sand to beautify the foothills, shake the many hands. There's nothing on the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. You see a lot up there, but don't be scared. Who needs Jackson when you got words?
What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. And yes, it's Monday, and you got to realize it. You have made it to 2:30. The Mondays are over, baby. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. We're feeling good. You should be feeling good. And this weekend, Memphians, TPC Southwind, the security, the volunteers, the firemen, the sheriffs, the police officers, everybody out there did East End Bar and Grill, baby. We rocked that bad boy. Everybody out there did such a great job. FedEx St. Jude Classic was awesome, but the Invitational, I have to say, is a step that I never even knew that the city was ready to take. The FedEx St. Jude Invitational, I love the Classic, but it's a step above, bro.
Oh, it was incredible out there, man. And the weather agreed for the first part, and then Sunday it was pretty hot. But regardless, hey, we got to shout out my guy Drew Kaiser, man. He's been hitting us on the text line all day. What is happening? That's a Tiger great. And yeah, we already know he's got the start record, okay? He's got the start record by one.
Took it.
All right? I only held it for I guess it was a year.
You had it for about a year.
No, it's probably a little less.
Like
it's
11
probably
months.
200 days or something. But you know what, Drew? Good for you, man. Good for you.
And thank you for listening, by the way, Drew. I definitely appreciate that.
He's out here. He's a firefighter, Columbia, Tennessee.
I did not know that. He's like my brother, man.
Moving
I
up.
love that. Firefighters, man. All the people out there who are working, first responders.
Drew,
by the way,
if you're still listening, I have to point this out. This is one of the funniest things I've ever seen because Drew used to be like 300 pounds, 305.
How much is he now?
I could like 230.
Wow.
Maybe 240. He could correct me if I'm wrong, but
he's in good shape.
I asked
then.
him. I said, Drew, how'd you lose the weight? He goes, I don't eat. I was like, all right, that's one way to go about it then. Absolutely.
I decided to quit.
I can't take that advice though. That doesn't work.
I will have to say that will not probably work for me, but I do want to say we're about to do one of my favorite things in the whole world, but without our wonderful sponsors and people like Drew Kaiser listening or wonderful guests, man. We had Dylan Maney in the house. Thank you so much, Tammy over there at the University of Memphis for letting them. I love you, Tammy DeGroff, by the way. If you don't know who I'm talking about, she's an angel. She allowed the players to come over here and, rap with me and Gabe. And by the way, thank you very much to Gabe Kuhn for setting that up. I know Memphis fans love talking Memphis football.
I wish we would have been able to get Manny on the other side. We didn't want to get in trouble, though. You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Me and him were having a good time over here, though.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready, by the way. He's got a little more time. This is Dylan's senior year. He's going out there playing sitter, and he's going to leave it all. And this team, I think, is actually going to – I really, truly believe they're going to hold up the trophy this year. But y'all know what time it is? It's almost time to go to my favorite place. But I got to say, without our great sponsors like MemphisFarmers.com and Chad Gatlin – or Bill at 901-406-1101. Y'all know who he is. We don't get to do this. And by the way, I also like to do things to help people. And so do both of them. One gives insurance, the other one buys houses, baby. But they take care of me in this show, and they give you all the opportunities. And I do want to remind you, if you are in the market of selling your house, or if you just found a house and you're just ready to move on up and you're sick of the house you're in and you want to just get a bigger one, or if life has hit you upside the head, remember what I always tell people. It's how you deal with those valleys to get back on top of those peaks, because life is what? Peaks and valleys. It's a beautiful thing. It's a heck of a journey and one unbelievable ride. But you got to know how to deal with those valleys to get back on top of those peaks. If you in a valley, call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. He's the fixer. He'll take care of you. He'll make it all right. And he's guaranteed to close in 5 days. That's right. Any house, any area, as is. Simple as that. Just call 901-406-1101. Bing, bang, boom. I just sold your house. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Now, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world. I mean, a whole lot of stuff that's going in the world. And I am a very silly person. And I just have to say that I did not even think about coming to this place today. But with all the stuff that happened, with the fact that Mike Irvin was on, what is that show, First Take, with Stephen A. going banana sandwiches, I just had to do this. Unequivocally had to do this. And what are you talking about? I'm talking about the 25, or I'm not going to go through that. I mean, just like some of the craziest sports stories in history. I found out that my man didn't know about the scissor attack. Mike almost killed a man. He literally, and if you haven't heard this, like I said, this is a Hall of Fame. Every person I'm talking about is, by the way, in a hall. Okay? That's right. They are in a hall. Now, Don King, he's in the World Boxing Hall of Fame. How many people out there do y'all know that he actually literally, this is not a joke, he stomped a man named Sam Garrett with his fist and his feet, and he bounced the man's head off of concrete and he killed the guy. No joke. And he got out of jail, and he became Don King, the promoter of all the fights. And now he got sued pretty much by every single boxer he ever represented because he was a slime ball, but he has always been a slime ball. Now, Mike is not even close to that, but we're just talking about people who've done bad things and been in very, found themselves in very bad situations. And there's a guy out there who acts like he's the golden boy. In fact, that's what he calls his, isn't it Golden Boy Promotions?
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
And this is where I like to just bring up the real. Why would he even have an opportunity to call himself the Golden Boy? Or why would this even be, like, how is it that we easily forget these things? In 1996, is it because of time, or is it because it was the timing? Because when he was 23 years old, he was the best, he was the champion, he was the bad mamma jamma, and my man goes to Cabo San Lucas in 1996. He rapes a 15-year-old girl. Now, they settled this out of court in 2001, finally, because it took 5 dead-gum years. But he was able to go on and do everything he was able to do. And again, because she didn't press charges because she settled out of court for a 6-figure salary, he's allowed to walk around like he's some golden boy. And again, that's BS. But anyway, Bob Arum, he expressed outrage over the incident. And, anyway, I'm just going to leave it at that. But then we can't just, give this to the players. Because do y'all remember Rick Pitino? My man was a Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Famer. That's right. And we already know about, how many times have I talked about Katina Powell and, her daughters? We know about the prostitution ring. We know about all the federal stuff. But it's amazing how we forget that back in 2000, this was so bad. In 2003, he was in a restaurant, by the way, and he goes into the bathroom, has a one-night stand, and then he pays for the woman to, of course, have an abortion. This is the guy who's a coach, supposed to coach your children and make these men better men. Remember what Art Briles said? What did Art Briles say this weekend? He's a football coach. And he's done more to make this world better than he's definitely done to make the world worse. He says he changes young men's lives. Just like Rick Pitino, I guess. Man, some people really need to get a check.
You got to hold people to a higher standard.
We got to. Thank you very much. We got to hold people to a higher standard. And then, by the way, if you're not rich, we don't need to, throw you down to the ground just because you ain't some superstar like a lot of people do. But I got to say, how about this? Who wants to play for the Clippers? I do. By the way, I'm making a statement right now. In 10 years, the Clippers are so far past the Lakers that the Lakers are the B team in Los Angeles. Fair or foul by John Harden in my projection?
Fair.
Do you know why?
Certainly fair. Do you know why?
Well, I have to say that Steve Ballmer, and I said this years ago when he bought the Clippers for $2 billion, and I said $2 billion. Nobody had previously ever paid anything close to that for a franchise, yet he paid $2 billion. Also, he's got deep pockets. In fact, his pockets are so deep that he's the richest man in the NBA. In fact, he could buy the 15 most expensive NBA franchises. And guess what? Literally, no joking, and I'm not talking having to liquidate assets. He would still have $5 billion in cash money, baby, just chilling in his bank. This guy's pockets go so deep that they go all the way through to the other side of the world, man. He's rich, and you know what he's doing? I don't know if y'all realize, in 2024, Staples Center will not be home to the Lakers and the Clippers because he's building his own franchise. And it's going to be, as he said, it's going to change. His exact words. What this means, it's going to be unparalleled environment for players, for fans, for sponsors, for the community of Inglewood. Our goal is to build a facility that resets the fan experience and expectations while having a transformative impact on the city and the NBA as well. And we are going to call it home. Damn! I believe the Bomber. He's got Kawhi. He's got Paul George. He's got everybody you need. And he's got the deepest pockets in the game. Inglewood. LA what? LA past. Inglewood is the new place to be if you're out in California. And the owner to play for, it ain't Jerry Jones. Dude, sorry. It's nobody. If you want to play where the man's going to take care of you, it's Stevie B. It's Stevie Ballmer.
He does need to learn how to give handshakes to his players. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. That was hilarious.
Pretty rough.
That was a nice introduction with Kawhi and Paul, wasn't it? Now, there's a lot of things he needs to get better, but one thing he does, he has one goal, and that's to destroy the Lakers in all actuality. And not destroy them, but to be first. And I have to say, if you look how big his pocketbook is, and if you see what he's done by getting Kawhi and Paul George to that franchise, I wouldn't be surprised if Inglewood is now the king of, that's right, California and the basketball world in the foreseen future. So y'all need to do me a quick favor. Don't touch that dial. I got two people that are a loser and a pick. Tyreek Hill, just because you went in front of the media, don't think you fooled me. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
Hey everybody, the All-Star Chevy Challenge is here. And I'm telling you, if it's a new Chevy you want, Olive Branch is the place to go, people. Take your best written deal from any Mid-South Chevy dealer to our friends at All-Star Chevrolet, and they will beat it. Or they're going to give you a free tank of gas for the win. So now that I got your attention, yes, July is All-Star Challenge month, when you get to let All-Star Chevy beat that deal on any new Chevy or even pre-owned vehicle you want. Just take the official written deal from any other Chevy dealer, not that one your friend wrote down at the bar, and take it to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch. It's that simple. Not only that, they have the best testing ground of any other Chevy dealership, and when you head to All-Star Chevy, you know you got the best deal. So find new roads to All-Star Chevrolet in Olive Branch and take the All-Star Challenge. Not in South Haven, it's gotta be Olive Branch. Or go to allstarautogroup.com right now and be amazed by all the hot new Chevys and pre-owned vehicles they have in stock. Don't miss the All-Star Chevy Challenge. You will thank me later.
And now, the worst commercial ever.
I'm just your average, everyday, hard-working plumber. But when it comes to my business, only the best. Like commercial auto and business insurance through Progressive. They help design a customized insurance solution that gets the job done right. Just like me.
An actor trying to sound like a plumber. Excruciating. Whereas commercial auto and business insurance through Progressive is anything but. Visit ProgressiveCommercial.com to quote today. Insurance provided and serviced by Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Its affiliated and third-party insurers.
First Bank is here to help you. Whether you're a business looking for a loan to expand or refinance an existing one, a homeowner looking for a mortgage or home equity line, a consumer wanting to finance your dream car, or wanting a competitive rate on your CD deposits, let First Bank try to handle your banking needs. Stop into one of First Bank's 3 local branches today. 6482 Poplar Avenue, just east of International Paper, 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase, and 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or check them out online at firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Summertime and the living is easy. No more cutting or paying utilities. Literally, you guys, Town Village Audubon Park, nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $2,300. Gourmet Chef Joe welcomes you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free daily transportation, utility bills, monthly coffee club, theme, dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. The living is easy. Town Village Audubon Park.
Did you know Davis Motorhome Mart is one of the top 10 Tiffin dealers in the U.S.? Come tour the 7.5 acres of beautiful travel trailers, motorhomes, fifth wheels, and toy haul or towables half tons. Motorhomes from 27 feet up to 45 feet from brands like Winnebago, Coachman, Puma, Highland Ridge, and Tiffin. Take advantage of Davis Motorhome Mart's big blowout sale on 2019s and 2020s on their way. Stop by your gateway to travel freedom. Davis Motorhome Mart at 1145 East Brooks Road in Memphis. Call 901-332-3414 and cruise by the website davismotorhomes.com.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here. Kick it.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Gold and shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you about to wind up dead. You don't head back to Tennessee jail.
What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, and I'm fired up. Y'all know who's coming up next? We got Brett Stats Norsworthy and Dave Woloshin. That's right, they're coming up, and they're going to drive you home from 3 to 6 with a little sports time, baby. And you know what's going to be awesome. But you know what else is awesome? The rest of Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, because I got to tell you, Tyreek Hill, you're still a loser. Just because you went in front of the media and tried to give this, you punch your son in the chest because you're getting him ready to box, man. I'm getting him ready for MMA, bro. Like, dude, seriously, don't you know what I'm doing, man? Like, yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life.
I promise you. The fact that
How old is he, 3?
He was 2. Now he's 3. What I'm saying is...
I'm teaching my 2-year-old how to box. It's got to be the worst excuse I've ever heard.
And by the way, there was no contrition. There was no apology. There was absolutely nothing. Tyreek Hill, again, my favorite story, it's the one finger salute to you. I can't stand you, and I never will like you. And because of you, my favorite player could have been Patrick Mahomes, but as long as he's throwing you the damn football, I can't even root for Kansas City, and that stinks because, man, I used to love me some Kansas City. They had some ballers on there that I liked. Now, the Bengals, you're a bunch of losers. Let's just be real. A.J. Green messed up his ankle. He's going to miss, 6 weeks. And can I just tell you a little secret? For a wide receiver, if you mess up your ankle already before the season starts, that's going to do what? Linger all season long. The Bengals season is over before it started. I know that sounds premature. Just watch me. And this is a very easy prediction. The Bengals are going to suck. Is that going out on a limb?
Look, new coach, doing all this stuff. They just got rid of Marvin Lewis. I think that was the right move. But, yeah, I can't imagine them being good. I really can't, especially with A.J. Green out probably for the first couple games. And especially with a lingering ankle injury.
Yeah, it's going to be horrible.
That ain't going to work.
This goes to the fans because I brought up the Michael Irving stabbing scissor. I call it Scissorgate. Can we call it Scissorgate? Because everything in the NFL is Ballgate or Bountygate or it's all comes from Watergate. We'll call it Scissorgate. And by the way, Mike, the reason he used scissors, the dude was 325. I mean, was 6'4", 325 pounds. So he was a very big man. So Mike did need some scissors, okay? So that's why Mike grabbed the scissors. And also, probably because I think he did a lot of booger sugar right before he went in there to get some lines put in his hair. Now, a texter, thank you very much, sent this from me and says, you think that's bad. Did you ever hear about James Worthy? No, I never did hear about James Worthy. Did you ever hear about James Worthy getting busted?
No.
I thought James Worthy was a really good dude. That's at least how they always, like...
I think we need to come back to this. I probably haven't heard about James Worthy because I'm 24.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yes.
But at the same time, I still like learning these things. It's pretty funny.
This is a quick one because I got this from, and I'm afraid this person might not be listening, and they sent this to me because I didn't know this. And they sent this to me, and they said, look it up, Harden. So I looked it up, and check this out. Are you ready? By the way, you know who's in the Hall of Fame, right? So this goes with my whole little mantra of the people in the Hall of Fame who've done some pretty bad stuff. James Worthy. 2 weeks in the 1990-91 season, he was bored. They were on the road, And he decided that he would look into the Yellow Pages. This shows how old it was. And he looked up this little an escort service. It was called Worthy Choice Escort Service. So he called up Worthy Choice, did not know that the police had put that in the Yellow Pages. So Worthy believes that 2 women are about to show up to his room. Nope. It was 2 police officers. Can I just ask you this question? And because this is my question. This is after reading that. Thank you very much, Texter, at the First Bank text line at 67129 for sending that in. What a way to end the show. But this is just where my mind goes. What do you think? Like, so you're in your room and you think you just ordered prostitutes. Like, how far of a fall is it that when the door, you get a knock at the door? Like, do you go and check the champagne bottle? Like, does he run and hop in the bed and say, come on in? Like, what do you think he was doing right before? And he's getting all prepped. Think about how big of a smile the dude probably had on his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude is fired up. And then he opens up the door and he thinks it's going to be 2 women and it's 2 cops. Like, talk about a buzzkill. Holy cow.
That's rough.
I'm telling you right now, I would have like straight up said to the cops just to like hopefully think, man, maybe they'll have a sense of humor. I'd be like, no, I didn't order cops, I ordered prostitutes. I think you got the wrong room. You think that would have worked?
See, cops, I'm not saying policemen don't have senses of humor.
So that wouldn't
work. But if they showed up and you said that, I think it would be a pretty quick
quick arrest? Yeah, you're probably right.
But at the same time, you already know you're screwed.
Yeah,
so.
But you do have to admit, that's a long fall.
I'm going to go down laughing. I'm going to go down laughing if I'm going down.
That's a bad night, I got to say that. Now, hey, everybody, do me a favor. Continue a beautiful day. We had a wonderful day. Thank you so much, Gabe Kuhn. Thank you, Tammy DeGroff. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Manny. I appreciate the Memphis football staff.
Dustin.
Oh, who did I say?
Dylan. But at the same time, I can see why you do it. There's a lot of D's.
I was talking. Hey, he's still an offensive lineman for Memphis. But whatever y'all do, don't touch that dial. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Peace!
Today, business happens here, and virtually anywhere. Because today, innovative companies are reinventing the way business happens. And they need people who can keep up. With the expertise and technology to get packages to over 150 million delivery points. So, who can help you deliver the future of commerce? The United States Postal Service. See why we deliver more e-commerce packages to homes than anyone at USPS.com/future.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive